Hello, anybody, somebody, nobody, whoever may never see this. This is Siegfried Alexander Faust, the Whiff. Come back to you some more Warhammer 40k. My dog just made a weird ass sound. It sounded like she whined or she farted. Anyway, I have a bunch of horrors here. A bunch of pink horrors. They're horroring. So they are 7 10-man blobs of pink horrors. Now here, if you grab this, because again, at the end of the video, I'm going to say I have this available for people. I have blue horrors / brimstone here because it's a separate unit in order to get its details, but it's not actually part of the army. It's just there so people can just spawn more in when they horrors split. With that said, I also have 3 5-man blobs of flamers. Yes, flamers got nerfed. No, I don't have screamers. Honestly, screamers are cool, but they underperform when I've used them before. A single exalted here, so you can just buff them all if you want to use castle, or if you don't want to use castle and you just want to drop them in. If your opponent doesn't have any anti-deep and you want to just fry their backline, you can just throw them all in the backline and forego the extra strength. You may not even need the extra strength depending on what you fight, or it may not matter if they're all high toughness. I have a changeling here. I understand the changeling's bad. He has Gaze of Fate. The reason for this is he could be a character killer. He could run up, and if they have a really good character with a really good weapon and stats and whatnot, he shadow clones it, and then he could turn off its invul and delete it. That's the entire point of running him this way. And he also gives the reroll aura for wounds. And then I have a Fluxmaster here. Fluxmaster has Infernal Gateway, Infernal Flames. Try to buff up the Flamers and just do the extra damage in case I lose my Lord of Change. My Lord of Change is pretty tanky. He's a big boy. He's got a Rod of Sorcery, Staff of Tzeentch, Tzeentch. I forget how some people pronounce it funny. Smite, Infernal Gateway, Bolt of Change, and Boon of Change. I get that Boon of Change is cool, but unless you really need to pump the strength up of your Flamers or the Pink Horrors, like, sometimes it may not literally matter, which is fine, because then you just do Smite. But you could maybe get some lucky things with it. With that said, Infernal Gateway is insane, and he has Master Mutator. You could give him the defensive one instead, but, you know, big damage. Big numbers. Very annoying. He's got Incorporeal Form, Impossible Robe, and overall is just a menace. So much so that a lot of Thousand Sun players run him as well, if they can, because he's just so good if you build him this way. So you don't have to run Flamers still. I think Flamers are still good. I think they're literally still above average. They were just toned down literally with the auto-hitting change, and that's good, because it was just too much. You could run 3 Exalted Flamers, or none of them, depending on what you fight. You really may not need them, but it's pretty decent. The Exalted Flamer as well is a character, so he gets a Lookout Sir, but he gets the pink one, which is 2d6 AP2 for 1, and that auto hits. He still auto hits with that, but it's 12 inches. But since it's assault, you could fly him over and advance him and still shoot with it, and it's fine. And then the Tzeentch Blue Flames, that is assault as well, but it's not auto hitting. But he's strength 6 and it's +3. The dude hits as strength 9. So if you are going, or if you're going to go against Custodians or some shit, you can do Boon of Change, increase his strength, and now he's strength 10. So that means he's going to hit on a 3-up though. Careful. But then he's going to wound on a 2-up. And it's going to be 4 AP, which is going to bring them to their invul. And if they fail, it's a flat 3. Dude is mean. So, yeah. You can bring 3 of them if you want. He's underrated. For 75 points, pretty good. I just think it's better to run the horrors. For a very boring reason, very Necron-y reason, is that they're OBSEC. And they split. And they have a good anti-shooting invul. So if you go against like 40% of the armies, 45% of the armies which are shooting, the other 45-ish is melee, and then you have psychic. You have good psychic, and you're very anti-shooting. So you can cover a lot, and they just sit there, and even if they're getting destroyed, if your opponent doesn't have OBSEC, which with the removal of the troop tax, they may not, they'll find it disgustingly hard to shrug you from things. And so you will just sit there and control objectives. And it is quite annoying for some people. And you can target their OBSEC if you want. And then you're going to just control the objectives and you're going to win. It's a very simple army to play once you think about it. and it is far more balanced now that flamers have been toned down from the monsters that they are. With that said, if you like my content, please like, share, subscribe. Oh no, the video's gone over 5 minutes. If you like this, no. If you like this list, it's gonna be in the description box below. You can grab my Google Drive link there. Darn, I was ranting too much. And you can grab this list there. I'm stumbling over my words, along with every other army faction. And I'll be pumping out a mod soon, which has this already pre-elscribed, so people can just grab it and start playing on tabletop. Thank you very much, and game on, gamers. Bye.